Good morning and welcome to run number 1 for week number 3 for the marathon training plan for 2020. Alright, so kicking off the week with some sprints. I'm going to be doing 2 by 800 meters at around a 5:43 pace, somewhere there. I'll chuck it up, and probably a 2-minute rest in between. So this time I'm doing it a little different. I'm going to be using the Garmin to track it. Still be doing it on the Nike, of course, but be using the Garmin. As I mentioned in last week's video that you know, I had a comment around, oh, why don't I set it up? So I've gone through, I've set it up, chuck it up on screen, you can see what I've done, and I'm going to give this a go. I was going to start off with an 800 meter warm-up, however I've just done a bit of a stretch and a small little bit of exercise just to warm up inside, so just going to get straight into the sprints. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you out there. Time for a cool down. Alright, so just doing my cool down now, trying to bring the heart rate down. It was pretty good. It's actually quite hard to stick to a pace, I tell you, especially through sprints. To me, sprints have always been about go, 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 but I think, you know, the whole challenge of this speed work is to understand your range and focus on the target. So nice little workout done and dusted. The Garmin's worked well. I actually like how it automatically just goes to the next thing. With Nike, I'm having to actually press it sequentially or pause it at the right time. And all right, so let's quickly recap. I think I've gone pretty well. I'm gonna chuck everything up on screen in a second, but it's, as I was mentioning, it's sort of a challenge to keep it at a certain pace that you're required to do. And when I think of speed sessions or sprints, I just kind of want to go, but this is a bit harder than that, because it's saying this is your pace, this is your target, stick to it. And yeah, easier said than done. Let me know what you think about that. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the Nike first. So there we go, 2K, which is about right because I did a bit of a cool down as well, of course, and we're saying around a 6:32 pace. Now, average pace for number 1 was 5:59. Average pace for sprint number 2 was 5:50. Now my target was 5:43. I want to go through what's happened with the whole adaptation to the plan, right? And I'm going to put a few things up on screen. And first one is, this is what my base plan was saying for week 1, for week 2, for week 3. But this is what week 1 was saying, and then it adapted, and then week 2 came, and then it adapted, and then week 3, which is what we are now, right? So this is where it gets interesting to track, because sometimes I'm not sure if it's changing the week I'm in or if it's changing the entire plan, and it's different every time. So I'm trying to figure it out. I might have to do a bit of research, but just to recap, week 2 changed quite a bit, and week 3, well, it's also changed from the baseline. Anyway, let me know what you think. If you have any questions on this, and I'll try and do a better job at trying to capture it and get it accurate for you guys. But I feel good. I'm a bit sore on the feet a little bit, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to start switching up my shoes soon, but there's more on that to come. All right, ciao. Good morning and welcome to run number 12 for the marathon training plan for 2020. And today it's just a 5.5k run, just an endurance run, doing it around a 6:39 pace, I think, somewhere there. I'll throw it up. Let's see if I'm right. And yeah, it should be pretty easy, pretty simple, just light and easy. Feeling pretty good. Yeah, thanks for all the feedback, all the comments, all the suggestions, all the love and encouragement I've been getting. Really appreciate it. I mean, that's the one thing that I've wanted to be able to do for this plan is have you guys interact. You folks ask some questions, you guys give your tips and tricks, and you know, it's a two-way conversation. Yes, I'm the one doing the marathon and the training, but you know, we're in this together. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you do a marathon. All right, so let's get this done. Let's get it started. $5.5k done and dusted, and mentally feeling good. Still feeling quite stiff in the soles of my feet. Now, one of the things I mentioned in the last video was, you know, I'm getting a bit of numb feet. Now that was on my long run. Not feeling it today, but definitely just everything's really heavy at the soles of my feet now. I don't know if it's to do with my lacing to prevent some of the numbness, but I don't know if it's just my shoes aren't moving back to its solid form, or if I'm overusing the runners, so I'm gonna have to start rotating the shoes. So my question to you guys is, you know, do you do this? Do you rotate your shoes? Do you have any experiences with the sore feet as well? Or it's not necessarily painful, it just feels heavy and it doesn't feel very cushiony and comforting. Whereas these shoes I've only probably done maybe 150, 200 kilometers in. So I don't know, not sure. 6:34, it's just pretty solid splits, to be honest. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Now, one thing that I've been enjoying about doing these videos is actually bringing in some different elements of, you know, different things in my life. And, you know, last video I shared about one of the audiobooks I've been listening to and things like that. So I'm still listening to this book. I'm only doing it while I'm running, just because that's the best time that I have in terms of making sure I'm focusing on it. So it is taking a bit of a while. I'm probably maybe 3 hours in out of 9 hours. And one thing that I'm enjoying about it is and this has got nothing to do with running, right? But it's just challenging me to think differently while I'm running. It's challenging me to learn while I'm running. And I mean, this comes down to passive growth, right? And one thing that I'm a huge fan of and would love to share more on is, you know, personal growth and personal finance, and have that passive income, I guess. But in the same mindset of that, you know, a lot of people, you know, they say they don't have time to learn, they don't have time to read, they don't have time to do this, do that, whatever it is. But, you know, finding ways to, you know, be able to double down, be efficient, or sufficient in terms of getting things done in a timely manner, but also in a productive manner. So at the moment, a good example is when I'm going for my run, but when I'm reading a book or whatever, I fall asleep, I get tired, I lose concentration, so it doesn't work for me. So doing this audiobook while running is enabling me to, one, I'm wide awake for sure, but I can focus, I can actually take in the understanding. And I guess the only downside is I can't take notes while running, but you know, I can go back and find that spot at any point in time. So that's a huge benefit, and something I think is valid and valuable for anyone. So highly encourage, if you're struggling to read books while sitting down in bed or on a couch or something, get on the old audiobooks and try it out. Well worth it. Alright, see you tomorrow. Good morning and welcome to run number 13 for the Marathon Training Plan 2020. And today, oh, it's cold, as you would know, as you can probably tell. It's 2 degrees right now, and I'm doing 6 by 200 meter sprints at a pace of, well, it says 5:09, so it doesn't seem right, so it's just shy of 6, and well, 45-minute rest in between. So I'll be using the Garmin workouts today as well. You can check out how I've set it up. I'll chuck it up on screen. And yeah, it's nippy, but pretty good for sprints. Gets warm pretty quick, so should be all right. Feeling all right, bit stiff today. I was sitting too much yesterday, uncomfortable, and it's all just starting to, I guess, compound in terms of all this sitting and uncomfortable. But I've invested in a new chair, so that should be coming soon. All right, let's do it. All right, all done and dusted. It's kind of interesting actually, because it was all so quick. 200 meters come up real quick, a 45-second rest goes real quick. It all happened so way too fast, but it was it's pretty good. I actually feel like I should do a bit more of a run, but let's not overdo it. Let's just enjoy it. It's an absolutely stunner of a morning. Like this is what it's all about. How do I feel? I feel good. To be honest, feels like I haven't even ran, and that's why I'm like, maybe I should be doing more. But as I keep hearing from a few friends, and you know, Rossa runs, he said, you know, just enjoy the run, enjoy the training, and don't think about it too much, and just get out and do what you got to do, and have some fun along the way. And really, that's what I'm doing. So it's mornings like this which I enjoy the most. All right, let's get into and see how we went. The Nike app was a little bit of a pain, to be honest. I've realized doing the sprints on the Nike app is not easy, because you have to manually press it. I think that's the beauty of the Garmin, setting it up, and I appreciate the feedback of being able to do that, because it's it's made my life a lot easier now. So 1.5 kilometers or 1.47 kilometers. Total pace, average pace was 7:30. But if we look through the splits, we're saying, you know, first 6:14, 6:09, 6:13, 6, 5:26, 5:39. So interesting. But if we have a look at the Garmin, yeah, 5:28, 5:40, 5:17, 5:16, 5:08, 5, and then the cool down, I did quite a bit of a sprint just to get back home. Feeling good, feeling great. All right, so one thing that I also want to just bring to everyone's attention is I'm going to try and do some in-between videos as well, just to give you some fresh content alongside. And what I'm thinking about how to do this, because, you know, doing this training, the video editing and all that, it is time consuming, and then I've got to do all my other things as well. So I'm trying to think about how I can do this easily, and I want to try and do, like, you know, 2-minute this or 3-minute videos of this or that, whatever that is, short and sharp, but to the point. And, you know, this is everything from some of the gear I'm using, you know, some of my thoughts on, you know, whether it's a Garmin workout or whatever it is, but just short snippets of information. You know, probably 2 to 5 minute videos, really short, not like this 15-minute video. And, you know, some other things around, even some around the audiobooks, just about personal growth, and there's some other things that I'm quite passionate about, which I want to share as well. So let me know what you think about that, if you think you'd be interested in seeing that, and if there was some short videos that you would like to see, put it in the comments. Good morning and welcome to run number 14 for the Marathon Training Plan 2020, and today is a long run. We're doing 11.5 at around a 6:48 pace. I was umming and ahhing if I was going to do the long run today or tomorrow, but the weather's good, so I'm going to make the most of it. So should be pretty good. I'm feeling, look, I'll be all honest, not that I want to, you know, put any pressure on the run, but I'm pretty tired, pretty exhausted, but I'm keen for a long run, just to, you know, let loose and have some fun and just ride it all. Let me know in the comments, why do you like long runs? All right, let's do it. See you out there. All right, 3K in, averaging around 6:28 now. Look, just feel tired, to be honest. It's a struggle. 11.5k done, or 12k depending on which device I'm using. A little annoying with the inconsistency. So the Garmin hit 12 and my Nike phone app has done 11.5, so there's clearly a mismatch, but alright, look, I'm gonna cut straight to the chase. Probably one of the toughest runs so far. Not because of distance or anything. I mean, last week I did 15, but just tired, exhausted, physically, and I couldn't really get into a good zone in the mental spot. Just I was listening to my audiobook, and it's been really good, and I'm learning lots from that, and I encourage people to check out the magic of thinking big, but just tired. My feet getting sore and was uncomfortable. Well, that was for the first 5-6k. After that I didn't change anything, but they came good, and I think the only difference was I had gained a better stride and cadence. What I find is when I'm doing the slower pace runs, I'm stepping, obviously, you know, my stride isn't as big, so I'm finding that I'm hitting my feet more. And I think that's also got something to do with while I'm feeling a bit sorer in the feet, because I'm hitting them harder or I'm on them more. So once I got up to a pace of around 6:16, 6:20, which was probably post 6 kilometers, I was able to kind of get into a better groove. So the second half was probably a lot better. However, I did stop and walked a few times. Just, well, it's a slow run. There's no point pushing myself if I'm not feeling it. So yeah, that was definitely a bit of a challenge, this one. Look, interesting things on this run that I'm learning is Clearly there's something going on with my feet. I don't know if it's to do with the shoes, the laces, or my stride and cadence. Thanks for watching today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao. Good morning and welcome to run number 15 for the Marathon Training Plan 2020, and today is just a recovery run, just a short run, just an endurance run, 4.5k, averaging around 6:39, somewhere there. I'll probably end up doing just 5 just because my loop is 5, so it just makes it a little bit easier, but who knows, maybe I'll cut something short as well. Look, I'm going to try and use my different shoes today, giving the other shoes a rest. We'll try these ones, see how they go with the feet. I've run in these before, but it's good to give them a bit more mileage anyway. So yeah, it's about 6 degrees, not too bad. Feeling a little nippy. Yeah, let's get into it, and this is the final run for the week. Let's do it. Whew. There we go, 4.5k or 5k done and dusted. Look, feeling all right. Once again, I'm feeling a bit tired this weekend and struggling a bit, but I think that's the beauty of the training, is you just got to go with it, feel how you go. And you know, as a good mate Rossa runs, check out his channel, he always says, you know, just make sure you have some fun, just enjoy it, do what you got to do. And you know, I do struggle with that. Sometimes I get too into the detail of I'm missing this, or I should have been doing that, but at the end of the day, the training plan is to help you, you know, do what you can, and you've just got to use it as a guide. And I think that's the beauty of the Nike app, is it's going to adapt, right? And I've shown you that already, and hopefully next video I'll be able to give a clearer view of what's changed as well. But week 3 done and dusted. Let's get into the stats, and then we'll do a quick recap. 4.8k, averaging 6:34, so that's pretty solid stuff. I can't complain with that at all. And I did the 4.8 just because my normal loop's 5k, so I just went the full 5k, and this just rounded out anyway. All right, so what have we done? We've done 7:02, 6:34, 6:11, 6:32, and finished it off with a 6:35. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not going to complain at all. On screen right now, week 4. Right now, at the end of week 3, week 4 is saying it's going to be speed session, 3x8, endurance 7 kilometers, benchmark, sweet, long run 14.5, and endurance of 6. So let's see what happens, if it changes, if it adapts. I'm meant to be doing a total of 28.5 kilometers. All right, so quickly recap. Week's gone well. A few lessons learned. I think the main one has just been around my feet. Still, and I've got to explore this a bit and let me know what you think. So I'm going to try out the shoelace thing. I'm going to start to experiment on that over the next coming weeks. Also going to try and do some different exercises just to loosen up the heels and the soles of my feet. If you have any suggestions, thoughts about that, let me know. The other thing that I'm going to be trying to do is, while running, is focusing on my posture and form. Because one thing I'm noticing is I am really smashing down on my, just flat, just bam, bam, bam. And the cadence and stride has changed because I'm doing it slower pace. This happened last year as well. It took me a while to get into a bit of a groove. So I think that's something I'm just going to have to be mentally focusing on while running. So yeah, I mean, look, it's all part of the plan. Other than that, look, you know, the week's been pretty good, pretty fun. I think the only other takeaway that I have for you all is, well, one, I hope you're enjoying this. Please give me some feedback, give me some comments, give me some things that you want to see, change, understand, questions. If I have to, I can start doing a bit of an FAQ while running in some of these runs and share it back to you guys. Yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, do the whole shebang, and hustle. See you next week.